Welcome, Mallory, to QUP's Fashion and Beauty Expert Interview Series. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm
You're
excited.
welcome. You're welcome. Well, to kick us off, tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, so I am Mallory. I've been a professional makeup artist for 10 years this year. And I'm also a mother and wife of 6 years. On top of that, I am from Chicago, and I started my career in 2013. I went to a school called Makeup First in Chicago, and my sister is a hairstylist. So pretty immediately once I graduated, I started doing weddings with her and her clientele.
Okay.
Um, I had an easy way in,
Yeah.
and from there, I've kind of just took off. I've stayed in the wedding industry. That's kind of my bread and butter. I love it so much, and it's been very easy for me to do weddings and be a mom.
That's
Um,
great.
so yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So, and do you specialize in weddings specifically, or do you do
I
broader things too?
I do. So,
Okay.
let's see. I started doing makeup in 2013. I became a certified makeup artist, and in 2014, the makeup school I went to actually asked me to teach there. So I was
Okay.
a makeup educator for, goodness, what is that, 6 years? I left in 2020 when I
Hmm.
moved to Nashville. Um, and my bread and butter was beauty, media HD, and bridal. And I would actually teach an airbrush bridal class. So I would teach artists how to airbrush, which is a separate application of makeup. And I would do a business of bridal class. So teaching them how to price their services, how to create a contract, things like that. Um, and I absolutely love being an educator. And even though
Hmm.
I was new when I started doing it, I don't think you have to be an experienced makeup artist or the best makeup artist to be a good educator. At least
So,
that's
what
my
is it
take
about
on it.
that?
So,
What is it about educating that you like so much?
um, well, I love helping people. I love watching students, and we had students of all ages. So I believe it
Mhm.
started at 18, and we'd have up to 50-year-olds coming in that wanted to do something new and kind of change their
Mhm.
life around. But I love helping people. I love watching others be passionate about an amazing career. A lot of us took a different path in the beginning because um, a creative job formerly was really frowned upon. So
Mhm.
the start of the school is very exciting, and everyone comes in very passionate. Um, And again, I love helping others. It's creative, but it's technical.
Mhm.
And it's just an amazing thing to be a part of.
So I'm interested in makeup in particular. What is it that sort of like made you go, yes, I want to do that. I love that. That's my passion. Where did that kind of come from for you?
Yeah, so it was kind of a long road into
Yeah.
discovering that I wanted to be a makeup artist. It took a while to click. My mom actually would do makeup parties at our house in the 90s.
Okay. Okay.
She's a makeup girl and very fashionable. So I grew up around it. I was in ballet. My fondest
Mm.
memories of my mother were her putting lipstick on me or me going in her makeup drawer and breaking all her lip liners. I've just always loved it.
Yeah.
I've always loved it. And unfortunately, she passed when I
Mm.
was young. And that's something that I've always held tight
Mhm.
and was a way that I could connect with her. And my oldest sister, I have two older
Mhm.
siblings, and my oldest sister also loved makeup. She would hoard it. She had
Yeah.
tons of MAC cosmetics, and I would sneak
Yeah.
into her room when she was at school, and I would put it on myself. I'd put it on my friends, and that's kind of, I was a girl that would do your makeup for prom, whatever. Um, but I didn't really see anyone having a career outside of a beauty counter. I didn't know that was an
Mhm.
option for me or for anyone else. So I went to school for architecture.
Oh, how
That was my
interesting. Yeah.
passion. Yeah, I've always been creative. I really loved architecture and design. I've always had a love for fashion. It wasn't until I went to architecture school that I discovered I wanted to be in the fashion industry. Then I went to fashion school for fashion merchandising and I
Yeah.
started assisting as a wardrobe stylist. And
Okay.
as I was on set, I was always with the makeup artists, watching what they were doing, looking in their kit. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the makeup artists told me that she does weddings a lot. And she told me how much she could make.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of clicked. And one of my girlfriends from high school was a union makeup artist very early. I think at 21, she became a union makeup artist in
Okay.
LA, and she was very successful. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay. She went to a school in LA called Makeup Designery, and I was like, all right, I think I'm going to go to makeup school and
Yeah.
try it out and see what happens. And I had another friend that went to the school in Chicago, and she currently is working on Broadway as head of wig designs, and she's also a
Mm-hmm.
makeup artist. Very successful to this day. I'm like, okay, if these two can do it, I got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And I went, and I was hooked.
Then there you were back.
There I was.
Yeah, I love the full circle that you have
Yeah.
these stories of a child and how connected
Mhm.
it is with your mom too, that you
Mhm.
still have that connection, and you get to
Yeah.
live it every day, that
Every day.
these
Mhm.
great stories from when you were a child, and that's what you're doing today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you also
And
have all this other experience too along the way.
yes, yes, a lot of life traveling to get
Yeah.
me there.
That's
So,
good.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I
it's
have
good.
to
It's
ask the
good.
question, does architecture
Mhm.
design and when you were in school, like did you take is there any correlation at all with that you find?
Um, you know, not so much anymore. I guess within the school, within um, my makeup education, kind of, when we
Mhm.
had to be creative, when we had projects, I was able to use some of the technicalities through architecture school and apply them
Yeah.
to my creative process with makeup. Um, but however, I call myself a technical makeup artist and
Yeah.
less creative. Of course, I'm creative, but my goal truly is to make sure the client is just the best version of themselves. It's
Mhm.
really a collaboration, and that's the beauty of bridal makeup is it's not really about me. It's not what I want for you. It's what you want from me, And I love the power in that. Um, it's truly a gift for me to be able to provide someone with, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence, maybe,
Mm.
with
Mhm.
just a little bit of makeup.
Absolutely. You have both, which is great. The
Yeah.
technical and the creative coming together. That's the strongest package, to bring to a
Yeah,
client, I think. Yes.
absolutely.
So what can a client expect working with you?
Yeah, so working with me, they can expect comfort, professionalism, honesty. Um, as I said, getting your makeup done is such a vulnerable experience, especially on your wedding day. Some
Mhm.
people have never had their makeup done ever, and I'm the first person to get within inches of their face.
Yeah.
Um, and, you know, there's no judgment in my chair. I'm here to serve them and help them look and feel their best. That's my goal at the end of the day is making sure you leave my chair as the best version of yourself,
That's great.
emotionally and physically. So,
Yes, that's great. It
yeah,
does so much for you, like
it
feeling
really
good and
does.
seeing yourself in that way. Do you have any life words of wisdom you could share?
Yeah. I think my words of wisdom would be don't seek happiness, create it. Um, you are in control of yourself and creating whatever you want within your life. Um, a lot of people can sulk on things that are going wrong throughout the day or what have you. And it's up to you to change your mindset and move forward and create the life that you want for yourself.
I love that. So true.
Yeah,
So
it's been
true.
very effective for me
Mhm.
personally, having a good mindset. And it helps me within my career with being in a chair I work with a lot of clients that are highly stressed,
Mhm.
coordinating many, many things. Um, so it's important for me to take care of myself and have a good mindset. That way I can be a neutral space for whoever's in my chair.
That's great. And you're happy too.
I'm happy too. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
Well, that's a great way to close us out. To our
Yeah.
listeners, if you would like to learn more about Mallory or book an appointment with her, you can reach her at QUPstyle.com. The link is listed in the comments of this post. And thank you so much, Mallory, for being here
Yeah.
and sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.